Hello guys, what's up? It's 5 minutes to 6. Sorry if this camera thingy is like, because it's dark. It's black outside still. Well, you know, I'm in this city, so it's not too bad, but morning. Perhaps I underestimated how cold it was suddenly. I mean, we did just get to winter. Anyway, last hour back now. Reason that I walked so early despite the freezing cold is because I'm waiting for the NBN technician to come and install my fast internet. So yesterday I did legs, and usually when you train legs you need to rest at least 3 days between training legs, right? Like sometimes even a week. Once a week as a novice with your legs is completely fine, but because yesterday my legs workout was just really a short warm-up type one. If you saw it yesterday, it was that high intensity interval training just for legs. For me, that was just a really light, just to get my blood pumping and warmed up. Today I'm going to do legs again, but I'm going to do legs heavier because yesterday it wasn't very heavy and I'm not feeling very tight at all. It wasn't really like one of my serious leg sessions. So here we get to it, just some legs. And by the way guys, yes, training in this today, which has finally hit Australia, and I know a lot of you who are probably in like, you know, closer to the polar regions of the globe, or who are thinking, oh my gosh, it's not even cold. To me, this is freezing. Freezing. I am so cold. Anyway, I really need to live like closer to the equator. I think like in my past life I was definitely closer to the equator or something, because in my blood I'm like, this is just way too cold for me. So let's get to it. Here's some legs. So the NBN guy came, and then apparently it's actually 5G that I'm meant to have got. So now I've got to go down to the store and tell them to cancel the other thing that I did and to switch me over to NBN. Silly me, I literally, you know what, I used to work in telecommunications before, like when I was a teenager. I worked in a mobile phone store, and I was a manager of a mobile phone store. And you'd think that I've been more like technologically up with it still, but I think like when I left that world behind me, I kind of just went like, I don't know, I thought it was the same thing. I thought NBN was 5G. No, I was using like this little stick internet for ages. Anyway, I'm about to finish my legs workout and then we'll see you down there. Oh my goodness, so I can't believe I did that. Like, how did I get that mixed up? But anyway, it's just like being out of touch with the latest technology. So I'm on my way to this store. I'm gonna get a coffee. Yeah, I'm gonna have a coffee. It's like a little after 12, so hopefully it won't make me wired afterwards. It's the same coffee I had that other time. I was like wired. I like the cups too. So now you have Yasmin in her pajamas, in her like mama pajamas, totally like mama pajamas. I saw these like down at the supermarket. They were on sale from Mother's Day, and I was like, you know what, I haven't bought myself a pair of like house pajamas in a long time, complete with like little socks that I can also train in, because they have the little silicone things and then they won't slip to keep me nice and warm in winter. Oh my gosh, so apparently like the NBN thing was right, and they don't have 5G in my area yet, so I wasn't that like missing the mark completely. So I'll have the 5G in probably in the next few months, but at the moment, yeah, it's NBN. And I don't know about, like, I've also just heard about, I don't know, these conspiracy, I don't know. So for lunch today, I have just a mixed salad. I grabbed this mixed salad up from the supermarket. It's already chopped and diced and stuff. It's just got purple carrot, green cabbage, carrot in there, as well as some spring onion. But this I actually made. This is vegan cheese, not that carrot just there. That yellow stuff is vegan cheese. And because, as you know, I have a little bit of a cheese addiction, but I'm trying to avoid dairy as much as I can, just for the environment and stuff. And also, like, I don't know. Anyway, so I made this yesterday, admittedly. So you're meant to use nutritional yeast, and I don't know if this is nutritional yeast or not that I put in there. It was a broth, like a vegetarian broth that I got at Naked Foods. It's like a bulk food where you take your jars in there and they refill it for you. It was like a vegan, and I usually make stock kind of thing out of it. So that's probably why it's like really super yellow. I mean, it could have vegetarian yeast in there anyway, so I need to redo. I also added too much water that I feel into this recipe, so I'm going to do one again at a later date because this will last in the fridge for 6 weeks. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's delicious, but if I'm going to video it for you, I wanted to make sure like it's the 100% one. So I'm going to get some more ingredients like later and remake this, but it's still tasty, it's still delicious. I just think that I added a bit too much water with it. It's a little bit too runny for my liking than more of a cheese kind of dip, kind of, I don't know, like it's still really fine, but I think I could have it made it thicker, if you know what I mean, but it's delicious. So I'm kind of using that instead of a salad dressing because I don't want the stuff that's in the salad dressing. And yum, it's really yum. It's got also garlic in there too, and garlic is really good for the immune system, especially coming into the winter months and the situation we have now. So I haven't meditated in a while. Like I have been pretty much doing sometimes in the morning, but then at the evening, pretty much like I'll put on the self-hypnosis and I'll just fall asleep with it, which is good because subconscious is always listening. But I haven't meditated through the day in about a week and I miss it. I really, really feel it when I do my daytime one as well, especially my morning one. So I'm going to start doing that some today as well, like getting into, I do use the Law of Attraction app, but I also use Calm. Calm also has some bedtime stories. I have my favorite ones, and then I have another one like set that I do at nighttime by my hypnotherapist. So it just kind of like just depends, but they're the 3 ones that I use is Calm, Law of Attraction, and yeah, my own one that I've done. So I made another hot chocolate, and this one has my just like organic cocoa, some skim milk powder, and some stevia. I'm having it in my keep cup, and I'm like totally like really missing not being taking my keep cups down to get my coffee and tea and stuff. Like I know because of the situation, like it's can't, like I found one in one place, they don't even touch the cup, you just hold it out and they pour it in. But that's kind of like out of my way a little bit, like I don't really go up there very often where that cafe is. So I kind of like being, but I have been keeping my cups and washing them out. I'm in the proper bins that go back down that have the like the proper width of the cup, the lid and whatever. I have like a stash that's here. I'm going to take it down and make sure that they get recycled properly because you can't put keep cups into the general recycling. They don't, because they have a plastic layer on the inside. It needs to go through a separate like kind of bin. But anyway, so when I was out in my walk, I'm like so happy that I think a lot of the shops are back open, like the retail outlets. Like Maya was in a very bad way. There were all these other ones that were just like not doing well, and they shut down and whatever because of, you know, stuff and it's going on and whatever. And I'm like so super happy that I'm just starting to see them all reopen again, because like, you know, to get people back in the workplace, like people's mental health, you know, must be, you know, I know even for myself, it's a really stressful time right now. I'm like doing okay because I've got really great fans, like heaps of fans that, you know, reaching out to me and, you know, making sure that I'm okay and everything and things are going to be okay. And like, to be honest, in Australia, like, you know, it's not that bad and stuff. So I guess, you know, like we had a bad moment where everyone was panicking and I was panicking and stuff. But in all honesty, like now it's not bad, like it's completely fine. And, you know, we've really just got to start start getting back with our lives. But you know, also like for me, I've been exercising at home a lot, as you can tell, so it's been like super. But I just wanted to say, oh my gosh, like, I'm so happy that all these like stores and everything is starting to reopen like bit by bit. For me, my life is not like completely normal yet, and it's probably not going to be normal for a very long time, and I have to accept that. But in that same time, like, I've been using this time to kind of change things within myself, like do different things. Like, I'm doing a lot more online stuff than what I was doing before. I'm doing stuff on Patreon. Like, I was meant to do some more filming for that today, but because I always find that when I have a technician come or something, or a repair person come, like my day kind of, and I'm sitting around waiting for them, I'm like, I'm not diagnosed ADHD. Like, I think that everyone or most people are kind of on the spectrum of that, and I'm definitely on the spectrum of that. So I get kind of restless and unsettled, like when I'm just sitting around waiting for someone. And because I was waiting all that morning for that technician, it kind of like disrupted my day a little bit. So I actually forgot to go and get some balloons for this thing, because I have like on Patreon things that are kind of like not YouTube stuff, not OnlyFans stuff, kind of like in the middle kind of stuff, special requests that are kind of more artistic or creative, but like a weird niche that I guess is like in there. So I've also been selling stuff on eBay as well. I've got the link in for my Patreon down below, and also the link in for my eBay store down below. So in my eBay store, I have things like print media, but I'm also going to be like adding things on there like shoes and sneakers and things I've worn. Like, I can't sell lingerie or anything that I've worn on eBay. It's just not permitted within their community guidelines. But I can sell like shoes that I've worn, clothes that I've worn. If anything takes your fancy, like, it's in there, and then, you know, everything, and 100% it's going to get sent to you and everything like that. So that link is down below. In fact, I have a pair of sneakers that I have been wearing. They're like some of my favorite sneakers. They're just like worn to death now. So like, if you want any of my trainers, I'm going to be putting them on there. Any of my heels I'll be putting on there. Like, I'll be putting just like bits of clothing that I've worn and stuff, like just stuff like in that eBay store. So that's all for sale. And of course, you can always hit me up with my email address. I have like an assistant, and she responds to all emails that go through there. Also, you can hit me up in my OnlyFans for any other thing. I also have a Cameo account. So my Cameo account, I can do like, that's super fun to do. That's like special messages that you can order for yourself, for your birthday, or just like a special random like message. I have a discount code for Cameo. So I actually ordered a Cameo for my best friend in America, and when I ordered that Cameo, I got a $5 discount code. It's not an affiliate code or anything like that, and you don't have to use it for me. You can actually use it for anybody. So I'm going to put that code in here, and I'm going to also link that down below what that special discount code is for Cameos. If you want to use it for me, go ahead, order it from me, and I will do a special shout out to you. Or you're going to get some more nutritional yeast, and I'm going to make that cheese for you probably this week. I'm going to definitely be making it for you 100%, because I actually on Saturday I have to go somewhere and sit around for ages and ages and ages. So definitely I'll be making it later in the week. So please remember to give me the subscribe, the thumbs up, and the bell notification, and you'll see the rest of my vlogs and videos, because I'm doing lots of like workout at home videos and stuff like that. See ya.